Begin with Cherry News, as the federal government has extended the linkage of the National Identity Number to Subscriber Identity Modules SIM by 8 weeks. The extension was announced in a statement signed by a spokesperson of the Nigerian Communications Commission and the Nigerian Identity Management Commission. The statement read that the extension was approved by the Minister of Communications and Digital Economy, Issa Pantami, and is to give Nigerians and residents more time to integrate their NIN with the SIM cards. According to the joint statement, 56.18 million NINs have been collected by the mobile network operators, a significant increase when compared with the 47.8 million reported by the Technical Committee on the 18th January 2021. All applicants are advised to follow the safety guidelines at the NIN enrollment centers and ensure compliance with booking system in place. And joining me to discuss this is a public affairs analyst, Ambrose Igboke. Good to have you join us, Ambrose Igboke. Let's get your reaction to this. We've seen the situation at various NIN centers, the crowd, people disobeying or flouting COVID-19 protocols because they are trying to get their national identity numbers. So what do you make of this extension by the federal government?
Well, first of all, it's a welcome development, but I will take us back to when this started. I think it was not properly thought out in terms of the procedure for making Nigerians enroll in the NIN. One of the things we have always advocated for is a synergy between all the data collecting agencies. For example, the road safety, we have the banks, for example, collecting our biometrics. We have NIN doing that same thing. We have all kinds of people, the GSM operators collecting. Why not harmonize these things? And then, for example, Nigerians that are banked, why not collect their data also from the already captured biometrics that the banks are using or the GSM companies are using, and then you harmonize them. So it was not thought out. We're in the middle of a pandemic, a second wave, and people were asked to stay indoors, do less contact, avoid crowded areas, and then you're asking Nigerians to go mass together at the NIN centers, which is not the best. Why they didn't deploy technology is what I cannot fathom. We are supposed to have deployed technology, open a simple portal. If you have not done this, go get your, use an ordinary ink pad in your house, do your, your thumbprint, scan it to us, and then they will do the analysis and all these things later. But what did they do? Our usual crude way of doing things. We are asked people to go physically, and then, these are super spreaders of the COVID-19.
Right. If I may just quickly jump in, because you have raised two very key points, which is what some people are also worried about looking at this situation. The first one you raised was the issue of data protection. For example, some people have the passport, international passport. They have the PVCs. They have, license, driver's license. So exactly. So when you put all of this together, even with a bank, that's a lot of data out there. And people are wondering, how do I guarantee that all of this data is protected? And that's a big issue for a lot of people.
Well, that's what I said. In Nigeria, we are always spontaneous. Sometimes we don't think through things, even at the highest level of government. For example, what we have found out is, from what they are doing now, it's very clear that the main agencies and ministries and departments of government are not working in synergy. Everybody is doing their own thing, their own way. If they have synergized their action, it would have been very easy to actually connect. For example, people have BVN number. Why not allocate NIN numbers sequel to coming for them to come do the physical registration when the coast is clear, at least when we are free from this pandemic? But they didn't do that. And then for National Population Commission and whoever is for local government and everybody responsible for birth registration, I think it is time now to start integrating as part of the registration of birth. When you want to get your birth certificate, they should do identification numbers as well for every citizen of Nigeria from birth. By doing this, you will now be able to capture the person from infancy. As the person grows up, the person has an identity number, and it can be good for tracking. And this also we can use it for proper economic planning for the nation. So the National Population Commission should not just sit back and start watching what is going on. This is the time to now use technology to integrate it in their process of registering birth, so that from people who were born from 2021 forward can now be automatically captured in the NIN registration, rather than waiting and asking all of us to go. And also, I think the NIN should also encourage people to go to the portals and be able to do registration there, and also ramp up efforts by the GSM companies to register Nigerians with NIN. In that way, we can avoid crowding together and spreading this disease that is ravaging us.
Public Affairs Analyst Ambrose Igboke, thanks for talking to us.